We are here with Brogan Graham. He is one of the marketing managers at Hubway Bikes in Boston, and you've probably seen him all over the city. Welcome to the show, Brogan.
Hey, thanks
for
guys.
joining
Good morning.
us.
Yeah, right on.
Good morning. Now, for those of us who aren't familiar with Hubway, can you tell us a little bit about what it is?
Sure. So Hubway is a bike share system. We launched this past July. There's roughly 60 stations. There may be an install today, so I'm not sure exactly with the rain, but there's 600 bikes here in town. You can access them by picking up one of your credit cards, just swiping in the machine, grabbing a bike and dropping it off at any of the other locations.
Now, you actually came on your Hubway bike this morning, that's
right?
If we could get a look at the Hubway bike, they're made by New Balance, correct?
Yep, these are the New Balance Hubway bikes.
Very nice.
They're made by a group called Bixie up in Canada, and yeah, like I said, I mean, they're a pretty sturdy ride, and you can just use them to get all over town as transportation.
You're a big guy, and you were able to ride this thing in. So are these bikes designed for everybody to be able to wear?
Yeah, I mean, you and I could share the same bike. The seat goes up and down as far as...
it has training wheels.
No, thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Any different height, riders right around 5 feet all the way up to 6'10" could share the same bike. You know, there's a bell, there's 3 speeds, there's plenty of fenders, and everything's, that's right.
It works?
There's running LED lights, so you can feel safe at night or whatever time of day you're riding, so.
One of my biggest concerns, I mean, I've used Hubway before, but what happens if I get a flat tire or something happens to the chain? Is it my responsibility or is it you guys?
Right, so when you're swiping your credit card or your membership key fob, you know, you do accept all terms and conditions. So if the bike goes missing or anything like that, that is your responsibility. As far as the regular wear and tear, including flats or anything that could go wrong with the bike on a regular bike ride, if you have that problem, you just dock it into one of our stations and press the mechanic button. The system will then close that bike in, and we'll come and take a look at it.
Now, you mentioned earlier kind of like talking about the mechanics of the bike. From a mechanical standpoint, this isn't, you know, like your fixed gear bike that you would see like the hipster going around Boylston Street on. These are more conventional bikes. Where's the skill level in order to be able to ride these kinds of bikes?
Yeah, I mean, it's a bike for everybody. I mean, so a lot of folks, the old test of what the bike is made of or how sturdy it is, a lot of folks come and pick it up, and you'll see that they're pretty heavy. They're built heavy, they're built to be bike share bikes, so pretty indestructible. But with the 3 speeds, they actually ride pretty light. Really wide tires for the city. As you know, certain streets in Boston here are, you know, nicer for riding than others. So again, it's a bike for everybody. And so though some of us hipsters will be out riding fixed gears, others will want to be on racing bikes. This is a bike for everybody. So.
And the other night, I was coming home from Fenway. It was 2:30 in the morning. You know, the T's not running anymore, and I didn't have money for a cab. So, like a mirage, a Hubway station appeared before me with one bike ready for me to ride home. Talk a little bit about the convenience factor with Hubway.
I mean, that's what bike sharing is all about. I mean, you know, having stations conveniently located in places where you would walk or where you'd be at Fenway, obviously late night studying. You know.
Yes.
All these different setups where
you
could just run into one of these stations. That's what bike sharing is about. I mean, the convenience of just running into one and saying, you know what, it'd be nice to have a bike now. And then, you know, if you get somewhere where you don't want to ride home at the end of the night, or if it starts raining or whatever it may be, you don't have to be tied to that bike or have to worry about it being, you know, locked or stolen and those kinds of things.
And so now Hubway is 10 weeks in here in Boston. How have you guys been doing so far in terms of customers and all that sort of stuff?
Great. You know, there's 2 different ways we look at things as far as total rides and you know, total membership. In Boston right now, there's right around 3,500 local annual members, the key carrying members, and we're right around 100,000 rides.
That's awesome.
We're pretty excited.
We're excited to see where Hubway's going to go in the city of Boston. And Brogan, we can't thank you enough for joining us and bringing the Hubway bike in. That's going to do it for today's episode of GME, but we'll be back on Tuesday, and we'll have our freshman correspondent, Juliet Borganall, again. She'll be exploring the uncharted territory that is college life.
Ooh, wow. And as always, make sure to check us out on median.emerson.edu to see all of today's contents and all the GME your brain can handle. Thank you again, Brogan.
Thanks a lot,
guys. We'll see you guys
next
time.
Right on.
So.